The Ryukin Goldfish is one of the most distinguished members of the fancy goldfish family. It is one of the larger and long-lived varieties of goldfish that is also very useful. It is commonly used for aquaponics, where aquatic creatures are grown alongside plants, in a symbiotic system that does not require soil. Suffice it to say that this fish is quite popular in the aquarium trade. However, ensuring that Ryukin goldfish can live for as long as they should will come down to how well they are taken care of. This guide will list out all the requirements of the Ryukin goldfish in the home aquarium. Ryukin goldfish, combining beauty and playfulness. It is generally thought that the goldfish can either be very beautiful or they can be very active and playful. Most of the fanciest varieties of goldfish tend to be somewhat lethargic in their movements. The Ryukin goldfish offers the perfect middle ground, as it is as stunning to look at as any fancy goldfish out there, but it is still quite active and playful. These fish have a dorsal hump, and that gives them a very high back appearance. The caudal, or tail fin, is split into two, and they are usually as tall as they are wide, giving them a very symmetric aesthetic. Many hobbyists have compared this fish to the pug dog breed. The accuracy of that comparison is for you to decide, but this is one adorable looking fish, of which there is no argument. How long do Ryukin goldfish live? On average, this goldfish variety can live for anywhere between 10 to 15 years, which is quite normal for a goldfish. However, there have been multiple reports that these fish can live well to over 20 years of age if properly taken care of. While this is great for pet owners, as it means that you will have a long and fulfilling association with your fish, it also has its own unique challenges. The first is that you have to be ready for such a lengthy commitment. The second is that these fish never stop growing, and they can eventually grow to be more than 9 inches long. Some Ryukin goldfish can grow even larger, and they do so quite quickly. Make sure that your tank can accommodate this rate of growth. Tank size, setup, and water parameters for Ryukin goldfish. Initially, each Ryukin goldfish should be given at least 20 gallons of water. As it is best to keep more than one of these fish together, a good starting point is a 30 to 40 gallon tank. However, as alluded to earlier, these fish grow quickly and they can grow to be quite big. Add to that their active nature, and you will need a tank that is accordingly sized. Like all goldfish, the Ryukin is a cold water fish, and the tank should be set up accordingly. The water temperature should be maintained at a stable value between 64 Fahrenheit and 72 Fahrenheit, or 18 degrees Celsius and 22.5. They prefer neutral water, even though they can tolerate very low levels of acidity or alkalinity. The water hardness should be between 5 and 19 DGH. Another very important factor in the well-being of the fish is the filtration system. They are messy eaters and produce copious amounts of waste. The filtration system should be able to keep up with that. The filter should also have a good flow rate, and there should be enough surface dissipation to ensure that the water is well oxygenated. As far as the substrate is concerned, the Ryukin goldfish is not at all picky and will accept almost anything that isn't sharp or pointed, as they do love to dig around. Medium-sized substrate with rounded edges is your best bet here. Apart from that, they need a lot of open space to swim. A few artificial plants, or natural ones that are really hardy, can also be added to enhance the way the aquarium looks. How to properly feed Ryukin goldfish. This is again another area where these fish aren't demanding at all. They are omnivorous and will accept almost all types of fish food. They can become obese if fed improperly though. They should be fed 2 to 3 times a day with just enough food that they can finish off in a couple of minutes. As far as the food itself is concerned, a good quality flake or pellet fish food in combination with dried or frozen bloodworms, daphnia, and brine shrimp once or twice a week is good enough. What are the best tank mates for Ryukin goldfish? These are very peaceful fish and very sociable as well. As such, they should be kept in groups of at least 3 or 4 Ryukins. Apart from that, other goldfish like the Fantail, Blackmore, Oranda, and Lionhead goldfish all make for excellent tank mates. Avoid any goldfish which does not have a twin tail, as Ryukins can sometimes exhibit aggressive behavior towards such a goldfish. Other fish should be avoided as well as the ones that are docile enough and have a similar tank condition, as the Ryukin tend to be on the smaller side, and these can end up as snacks for these surprisingly active fancy goldfish. Ryukin goldfish common diseases. These goldfish can be prone to problems in their swim bladder. That is why it is crucial to ensure that the water parameters are maintained as fastidiously as possible. Dropsy is another common ailment, and the solution again is pristine water quality. Their unique shape also makes their digestive tract quite inefficient, because of which they can get constipated quite readily. Avoid overfeeding them and only use good quality food. They are generally hardy fish, and as long as the water parameters do not fluctuate and the tank is maintained regularly, there should not be any cause for concern for more than a decade, and in some cases for almost 2 decades or more. Are Ryukin and Fantail goldfish the same? They are not the same. While they have very similar tails, the Ryukin has a very high back. Fantails lack this hump. The Ryukin is a fancy goldfish that is actually quite easy to take care of, and it is one of the liveliest goldfish that comes under the fancy banner. Anyone looking to breathe some life into their goldfish aquarium should definitely consider keeping these magnificent beauties. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and comment below, and I will see you in the next video.